A very good day to everyone. Welcome to Raw Online. I'm Dr. R. Shakir Ahmed, a faculty from Sri Ramachandra Dental College and Hospital. And we'll be starting off with a new section of your prosthodontics, which is your removable partial prosthodontics. And today's lecture will be an introduction to the topic. The contents of today's lecture will include a basic introduction, classification of partial edentulous arches, and your components of your removable partial denture. Before diving into the core of the topic today, we'll see about the basic terminologies concerned to the topic. The whole thing revolves around two keywords. One is removable, the next one will be your partial. So, starting off with your removable prosthodontics, it is nothing but a branch of prosthodontics concerned with the replacement of teeth and structures for edentulous or partial edentulous patient by artificial substitutes, which is a process that are readily removed from the mouth by the patient. So, this is the key point which you have to know in this definition, which states that the denture is designed in such a way that the patient himself or herself can easily remove it and replace it. Next thing will be your removable dental process. Is the process fabricated either in a complete or a partial form, or an overdenture or a maxillofacial process that is still removable and inserted by the patient at their own will. Next portion, we move on to the second keyword, which is partial. We have partial edentulism and partial dentures. Partial edentulism is nothing but loss of one or more natural teeth. As you can see in the image, there are few missing teeth in the anterior and rest of the teeth are all present. Imagine your complete denture where all the teeth in the arch is missing. So, that is called as completely edentulous, whereas here, since one or few teeth are missing, it is called as partial edentulism. Next, any processes which is given to restore this minimally missing structures and teeth is called as a partial denture. So, combining these two terms, which is removable and partial, we arrive at the definition of today's topic, which is your removable partial denture that replaces some teeth in a partially edentulous arch that can be readily inserted and removed from the mouth by the patient at their own will. As you can see here, you have multiple missing teeth in the posterior aspect, and we give a process which the patient can remove and restore easily. Now, we will see about the basic types of your removable partial denture, or RPD we call it as. Based on the support, it is classified either as a tooth supported RPD or a tooth and tissue supported RPD. Your tooth and tissue supported RPD is also known as distal extension type of RPD. As you can see in the first image here, you have an edentulous space which needs to be restored, and it is bounded by natural teeth both anterior and posterior to it. So, you have components engaging in that region and providing adequate support. So, this process entirely tooth supported. Okay, moving on to the second image, you have a process in which there is no distal tooth support, and this particular region takes support from your underlying denture bearing areas. So, this is called as a distal extension tooth and tissue supported RPD. Next, classification is based on the attachment or the mode by which it derives support. It includes extracoronal partial denture or an intracoronal partial denture. Here, you can see you have an RPD designed in such a way that the components which will engage the abutment teeth is placed externally or extracoronally. It will be either outside the teeth or your restoration. Similarly, we have something called as an extracoronal attachment here, which will have a ball attached to a fixed partial denture which will be cemented onto the patient's mouth, and the undersurface of your RPD, they will have a housing which will get seated into this attachment to provide retention. In case of an intracoronal partial denture, you have an attachment here which goes and gets locked inside the crown. So, this attachment will be part or will be well within the contours of your crown. This process will be very familiar to you. You have fabricated this in your preclinical years or during your clinical years for patients. So, this is a temporary partial denture which has to be replaced by a more definitive process at a later stage. Whereas your transitional denture, as seen in the image, is designed in such a way so that additional teeth in an artificial form can be added at a later stage once the extraction for that particular patient is done. Then you have another type, which is your treatment denture. It's nothing but a denture which will carry your treatment material, something like a soft liner, to treat the abused tissues in the denture bearing areas. With the idea of the different types of your RPD, we move on to the clinical scenarios which will indicate for a removable partial denture as a treatment option. We start off with your lengthy edentulous span. As you can see in the image, there are multiple teeth missing in the same region, and the edentulous span is very lengthy, and the remaining natural teeth which is there will not be able to provide adequate support if a fixed partial denture is planned. So, in these scenarios, a removable partial denture will be an ideal treatment option. Next point is that no posterior abutment teeth for a fixed process is available. As you can see, you have different edentulous areas, in which in these two edentulous areas you have teeth present both anterior and posterior to the edentulous span, whereas in this particular edentulous area there is no teeth posterior to it. In this scenario, either we can opt for a removable partial denture or an implant process. Next is excessive alveolar bone loss. As you can see in the image, there is excessive bone resorption in this particular region of patient's bone. So, if we plan for a fixed partial denture, this region will still look unaesthetic and will lead to aesthetic problems. So, for that case, we prefer to design an RPD for this patient with flanges extending the labial or buccal areas, which will rectify the aesthetic problems. Next is, when there is poor prognosis for complete dentures due to the residual rich morphology, an RPD is indicated. As you can see in the image, usually when there is a patient with very few teeth remaining, we indicate for extraction followed by complete denture process. Imagine this scenario where the patient's posterior ridge is highly resorbed, and once you extract the teeth and plan for a complete denture, there will be poor retention. In such cases, we try to maintain this teeth and take support from these teeth and plan for a removable partial denture.